Welcome to Movies, Music, etc., where we do the breakdowns of all your favorite movies, music, well, etc. I'm your host, K-Sans, and today we're going over the Stephen King movie adaptation of the book, The Long Walk. So, spoilers ahead. Now, if you're like me, and you probably just heard Stephen King movie adaptation, and immediately pictured some classic horror flick, maybe a killer clown, maybe a haunted hotel, definitely something with jump scares. But The Long Walk, oh buddy, this one's a different beast entirely. It's less boo and more of, oh god, my feet hurt, I'm slowly losing my mind. First things first, some behind the scenes facts that will blow your mind, or at least mildly impress some of your friends on your next trivia night. The Long Walk was actually published under King's other name, Richard Bachman. Ha, dick. In 1979. They used Bachman for a more darker, more cynical stories, and let me tell you, The Long Walk fits that bill perfectly. It's like King was having a bad day and decided to write a book about it. So, what's the premise? Imagine a dystopian future where every year 50 teenage boys are chosen to participate in an annual event called The Long Walk. The rules are simple, yet brutally effective. Keep walking, don't slow down below 3 miles per hour, and if you do, you get a warning. In 3 warnings, you get ticketed. And ticketed in this context isn't a parking fine, my friend. It's a close-range lobotomy with a force multiplier. The last boy walking wins, and everything he wants for the rest of his life is all taken care of. Talk about high stakes. The movie adaptation, while not as widely known as some of other King's classics, captures the rootless tension and psychological horror of the book perfectly. You really feel every blister, every cramp, every moment of despair. It's like a marathon, but instead of Gatorade and cheers, you get existential dread and a constant threat of death. For those of you who struggle to even walk to the fridge for a snack, this movie's a real wake-up call. One of the coolest aspects of the film is how it focused on the internal struggle of the main characters. Even though there are 50 boys, they really only focus on a few of them, like Ray Garrity, who is played by Cooper Hoffman. Oh yeah, he's the son of Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Thank you, Stanley.
I'm Kyle.
You're goddamn right.
Then you have Peter, who is played, dick again, played by David Johnson. You learned that he had a rough life from a young age, and after an incident that left him in the hospital with a scar, he decides to look on the bright side of life, even when it's at its darkest. The two develop a bond over the 5 days, and the internet went nuts saying it was a relationship. But I think it was more of a bond like brothers have. They even say it. Then there's Stebbins, who is played by Garrett Waring. You may know him from the show Manifest or the movie Independence Day Resurgence. He plays a character that if you looked at the group, you would think he had the best chances of winning. He's one of the last 3, and right before he stops, he tells Pete and Ray that he's the rabbit. He's the one that's supposed to set the pace, and he's also the Major's bastard son. Then you have lesser characters like Hank, who was the only one there that was married, Arthur, who wants to save everybody, Curly, who lied about his age, and Gary Brockovich, who's the world's biggest asshole, and he has a name that sounds like he has some kind of food poisoning. And then there's Richard Harkness, who's writing everyone's name and number down because he wants to write a book about the Long Walk from the perspective of someone who's done it.
I'm writing a book, you see? A book about the Long Walk.
He said it. All these boys are under the watch of armed guards and the Major himself, Luke Skywalker. Oh, I mean Mark Hamill. You know the guy who plays the voice of the Joker in the Batman animated series? You see them making friends, making enemies, and slowly, inevitably, losing their grip on reality. It's a masterclass of psychological torment, and the director really leans into the claustrophobic feeling of being surrounded by the other walkers, the soldiers, and the ever-present crowd watching. It's like being on the world's most depressing reality TV show. Now, let's talk about the ticketed aspect. The movie doesn't shy away from the brutality. When someone gets ticketed, it's sudden, it's shocking, and it serves as a chilling reminder of the rules. Some of them get lead poisoning for trying to do anything besides walk. Then some of them get to do their best Lincoln impersonation and catch a bullet with their skull. There's no big dramatic monologue, there's no slow motion death scenes, it's just boom. And the others are walking, keep walking. It's a stark portrayal of how desensitized they have come and how quickly life can be snuffed out in this bizarre competition. I mean, imagine your friend just got ticketed and you're like, well, that sucks. I just gotta keep walking though. Keep up my pace. Yeah, that's pretty messed up. And the crowds, oh, the crowds, they're a whole character in themselves. They line the roads cheering, placing bets. It's a terrifying glimpse of society that not only allows this horrific event, but actively celebrate it. It makes you wonder what kind of sick, twisted world it is. It's like if the Super Bowl and the public execution had a baby. That baby was really into competitive walking. The film does an excellent job of showing different coping mechanisms the boys develop. Some try to stay positive, some become nihilistic, and others form alliances, and some of them just break. In particular, scene where one of the walkers just starts walking, screaming the top of his lungs out, demanded to be ticketed. It's a genuine disturbing moment that really hits home, and the mental toll that this walk really takes. I mean, who hasn't felt that way on a Monday, right?
Sounds like a case of the Mondays.
One of the most fascinating behind-the-scenes tidbits about the movie is that many of the actors actually did some long walks themselves during pre-production to get a feel for the exhaustion and physical toll. All the actors, extras, and crew say they walked around 230 miles, which is close to the 330 miles the characters did in the movie. A tank rolled with them that whole way. That thing had to have burned at least 3,000 liters of fuel. That's 360 gallons in freedom units. If you look closely, you can see the actors actually change and look different. Some are similar from all the walking they did. The ending of the long walk is, well, it's quintessential King. It's ambiguous, it's unsettling, and it leaves you with more questions than answers. There is no neat little bow to tie everything together. It just ends, and you're left there pondering about the nature of humanity, the allure of competition, and how much pain a person can endure before they finally snap. During the walk, the boys talk about the wish that they would ask for. Seven says he just wants to be noticed by his father and will ask to be invited in for tea. Ray, who's on the walk for revenge against the Major for killing his father, said he's just going to ask for a force multiplier so he can shoot the Major and his 8-pound anxiety-producing meatball. But Pete tells him to choose love and to just win and go back home to his mom. By the end, it's just Ray and Pete. Pete stops because he was going to let Ray win, but Ray kicks back and convinces them that just to walk with him just a little bit longer. Just to have Ray stop while Pete wasn't paying attention, they popped Ray in the legs and Pete is declared the winner. Seeing that Ray chose love and not revenge, Pete makes Ray's original wish and asks for the guard's boomstick. They give it to him, and he points it right at the Major. The Major tries to talk him down, but Pete gives him a sucking chest wound anyways. The crowds disperse, so does the guards, and Pete just turns around and keeps walking, showing that he is finally a broken man. It's the kind of ending that makes you stare blankly at the credits, questioning all your life choices. So, The Long Walk isn't your typical Stephen King horror fest. It's a slow burn psychological thriller that will get under your skin and stay there. It's a commentary on conformity, desperation, and the lengths people will go for a chance at a better life, even if that chance is built on the suffering of others. If you haven't seen the movie or read the book, I highly recommend checking them out. Just make sure you have some comfy shoes nearby because you get the sudden urge to go for a very, very long walk. Or at least curl up on the couch and be thankful you're not in Ray Garrity's shoes. Thanks for joining me on this breakdown of The Long Walk. If you have any thoughts on the movies, let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on other future breakdowns. Now, if you excuse me, I think I'm going to go take a nap. After all, that was a lot of walking.